problem except for the disrespect that Charleston Chew had to say about me. And then I had to check him. And the last person that he should be worried about and talking about is me, Charleston Chew. Charleston Chew should be trying to find a new job, a new career, instead of him sitting on social media acting like he's so in love with a man he can barely even stand. The chemistry, in my opinion, with these two are just off. It's just off. It's given Jeepers Creepers. It's weird. It's just completely weird. And it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. You sitting here looking at a picture of this man on my screen from today, and he had the audacity to set up and call me ugly. He had the audacity to sit up and call somebody ugly, and you are looking like you look. You should never in your life try to insult anybody or call them ugly. That word should be completely out of your vocabulary, Joe Diddy. And then, Joe Diddy, I caught a video. Since you got so much money, I caught a video of you telling Charles to pay for it, to pay for the $100 meal. But I thought y'all had all this money and it was y'all money. Why are you talking about could you pay for this, Charles? You trying to take that little man's Wednesday check before he could even enjoy it himself. Hell, you are trying to set up there on your old tail and spend that man's little money up on his that he got this Wednesday from TikTok. And you want to spend up his damn money, setting up there drinking margaritas like you elegant and getting the top shelf. And then you pull a Joe Diddy move and tell him will he pay for it, and you show him the bill and put him completely on the spot when you knew damn well that you were supposed to be paying that damn bill. Sir, ma'am. I don't know why you get on this social media. Not all of a sudden you want to play like you holier than thou. I'm not falling for the crap. I'm not falling for the crap of all of a sudden now you want to act like you so holier than thou. And the only reason you get that way is when I humble you on this app. When Miss Hillary Sanchez humbles you and you ain't got no way to turn, and then you turn to God. No, you should have been turning to God before you wish death upon children and black women. That's what you should have been doing. Instead of you doing that, now that the tables have turned and you don't know which way to spit and which way to throw them that cat litter that you call seasoning to people, you want to act like you such this and you such that, Joe Diddy. And I'm not falling for it. I'm at Miss Hillary Sanchez. It's not falling for it, Joe Diddy. Y'all, thank you for the taps. Can my true supporters get in here? Tap the screen. Thank you for the taps. We'll let the thing do what it do. Tap the screen for me. Thank you. But you know, Joe Diddy doesn't learn. Joe Diddy don't learn, y'all. I'm telling you, Joe Diddy don't learn. And the reason why Joe Diddy don't learn is that somebody is fueling Joe Diddy with things to say and do and act. That's what he's trying to do. But like I said, you're not a choir boy, Joe Diddy. We understand who you are. You ain't changed a bit. You ain't humbled this, you ain't that. All you are is you acting like, okay, everybody doing this, she's doing this, she doing that. But you was just on here the other day talking about Miss Hillary Sanchez saying if anybody's page you would want taken down, it's mine. It's the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Nobody else, out of everybody else you could have named or spoke about. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Out of everybody you could have named on this app, Miss Hillary Sanchez was the number one person came out of your mouth, Joe Diddy. And I'm okay with that. I understood the assignment before I signed up for it. And I knew that I would get you to acknowledge Miss Hillary Sanchez and stop you from disrespecting African American women and their children. And I did it. And I did it. And I'm proud of it. Now, what you're going to see is you're going to see just how deep your pockets run. See, you talk a good game, Joe Diddy, but can you walk the talk? Can you get on here and walk the talk that you get on here saying on social media? Because I'm going to tell everybody, because you're going to have to do a financial disclosure in these lawsuits and in these cases. And believe me, I'm going to report back to everybody what was going on. Do you have all these coins that you claim to have? But what I don't understand is if you had all these coins, why hasn't a lawyer filed a notice of an appearance on your behalf? Why haven't you hired a law firm in the great state of Connecticut to represent you and Charles? I mean, you, not Charles, you. And so I'm just so confused. How is it that you can be such this icon, have all this money that you got to spend and some, and then you basically can't hire a law firm, because you would have hired them by now. You wouldn't have, because lawyers don't work at the last second. So either you're going to board a plane, you've got to board a plane by Sunday night at the latest, probably Saturday. And then you're going to have to get in here to the great state of Connecticut, to the Superior Court House, to answer. And if you don't answer, if you do not show up, I promise you this is what's going to happen. When our court case gets called and you don't show up, you or your lawyer or whatever don't show up, and then I'm going to file a writ of execution. You may not know what that is, and I said that to you the other day. When a party defaults, you can get a writ of execution. And that means that I'm going to come after everything that I'm entitled to come after, and you can't stop it. And the great state of Alabama will enforce it. So I will win absolutely by default if he doesn't show up. And then I will be their new landlords. Could y'all imagine me being the new landlords? I don't really care for owning any properties in Alabama. Not that there would be anything wrong with that. I'm not from Alabama. Y'all tap the screen, but I would become the new owner and they would be my tenants. So I don't know why he doesn't understand. One of my people in the room said he won't show up because he don't take nothing serious. Well, Miss Chanel, if I said your name right, sweetie, I don't pray for very many things like this, but I'm going to tell you something. If he don't, if he don't, I promise you, I'm gonna be dancing a jig. Y'all remember when older people say I'm gonna be dancing a jig? I'm gonna be dancing from that courthouse all the way down to the sheriff's office, all the way down to the writ of execution department to have the state of Connecticut reach out to Alabama. It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Somebody says, what drama does Joe have going on now? Well, Joe Diddy, Joe Diddy was served some legal papers from Ms. Hillary Sanchez for the reasons that Joe Diddy knows why he got served. And y'all have seen some of the stuff because I posted what could be public. I posted it. And Joe Diddy, instead of Joe Diddy hiring the biggest law firms that money could buy in the state of Connecticut, because I'm thinking, okay, he finna have the lawyer file a notice of appearance on his behalf today, because we're at the finish line. We're at the finish line. It's where you call, put up or shut up. But do y'all really think that his pride and his ego would get in a way where he don't understand how serious this is? Now I don't know how true this is, but I heard that, is it true that Joe Diddy said that he changed his name to Gangsta Netta? Is that true? Can anybody confirm that? Did he say he gonna change his name to Gangsta Netta? He not smart enough to do that. Big ego. Yes. Okay. I mean, do you really think that, Big Ego, that he wouldn't realize that he could have used all that money, because he said he got money like the lottery numbers. Y'all tap the screen, please. Tap the screen, everybody. He said he got money like the lottery numbers, and that he could do whatever and get whatever they want. But you could have hired a law firm to come and stand in your place. So I'm trying to understand what the issue is. And I did see a clip today where you were out at some restaurant asking your husband to pay for the $100 meal, but you the one claimed to have all the money. I don't understand it. It's giving separate bank accounts. It's giving you wanted to take Charles' little money he made from his gifts on TikTok because his check just hit Wednesday and you out wanting to spend up that money. It makes no sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to Miss Hillary Sanchez, please. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. And my box, just so y'all know, is not open to people who don't have profile pictures. Please don't come up and request to come up in my box and you don't got no profile picture. And also don't request to come up in my box if you got a cartoon character for your face. I'm not interested, okay? I'm just not interested. So next week is put up or show up for Joe Diddy. How many people in this room out of 85 people, and y'all can put up an emoji, if you think that Joe Diddy is showing up to court next week, y'all put a red emoji in the chat. If you think he's not showing up, put a blue emoji in the chat. Let's have an interactive chat. If y'all think that. If you think that Joe Diddy is going to show up, put a red emoji in the chat. And if he's not going to show up, put a blue emoji in the chat. I see a lot of blue. I see a lot of blue. I see a lot of blue. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. And let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. I don't know why this person keep coming up in my life. I really don't know why. And I have blocked this person. I have blocked this person multiple times, and she keeps coming back in here. That's real creepy. That's really, really creepy. That you keep coming back in here, and I have blocked you multiple times. Now, I'm looking forward to next week. A lot of people, it seems that they say that Joe Diddy ain't coming to Connecticut. I don't know. I couldn't imagine this man waving the white flag and just throwing his hands up, in the air. I couldn't imagine that, guys. I'm sorry. I may be wrong. Oh, somebody's put a red heart up in here. We got one person who says that Joe Diddy is showing up. Okay, well, I hope that you are correct. I hope that you are correct. Somebody, hey, Buffy, Joe Diddy had the audacity to call me ugly. But see, these people who working with him and giving him information, his handlers, should understand the seriousness of what happened. Did y'all know that Joe Diddy was served by Miss Hillary Sanchez? Did y'all see the video? Did you guys see the video, or do you want me to show y'all what it looked like, how Joe Diddy had his hand standing at the door when them sheriffs knocked at that door at the trailer? Have y'all seen it? I'm looking for comments. I saw it. No, you didn't see it? I didn't see it. Show me. Show us. I haven't seen it. Okay. I will show you. Let me get into this the green screen. Let's get into the green screen. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Can y'all see them papers? Y'all see Joe's hand? Y'all see Joe standing on the other side of that door? You see all them papers down there at the door? Y'all know what a body camera is? Let me show y'all another thing what Joe got. He always bragging. So let me show y'all. Let's do a field trip with Joe Diddy. Y'all look here. Y'all see old Joe Diddy's vehicles? Them vehicles look familiar, y'all. I got the license plate covered because I don't want nobody to say I doxed their information. But y'all can see Y'all could clearly see Joe Diddy. Oh, Joe Diddy. Yeah. So that's the thing. You can't get on social media thinking you big and bad, and you don't understand for every choice you make it's a consequence, and you don't get to dictate the person's response and how legal they go and what they need to do to get you to understand to comply with the laws. But he finna find out. He finna find out. I promise you that. I promise you that. So this man was working with another man on here named Omar. And this man here had Charleston Chew go on Omar's live the other day. The one who always stay up in woman's damn business. This one named Omar. Just let me show y'all who I'm talking about. Do y'all know who Omar is? Who I'm talking about? Or do y'all need to see who working with Joe Diddy? Do y'all want me to show you who Omar is? He's sassy. He's sassy. You know, he loved putting on women's wigs. Yes, he's very sassy, Black Buffy. He's very sassy. Yes. Always staying in women's business. He always up in women's business. There you go. There goes sassy Omar, y'all. You see him? He got it. He's so comfortable. Look how he got his hand. Look how he got his hand on his cup. Look how he got his hand on his cup, how he looking. So Judge Omar. I mean, just sassy. Always up in women's damn business. You don't know. This here, I need y'all to understand. Tap the screen, y'all. This is supposedly, as he claims, to be a former gang member. This is somebody who claimed to be a former gang person. And they start with the letter C. I don't know how true it is or whatever, but I don't know one former or current gang member or whatever who would put on a damn wig and be as sassy as this man is here. And can't keep his ass out of women's business. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He's trying everything he can to be viral on this app, to be like Miss Hillary Sanchez. And then he asking his supporters, give me gifts, block my cash app, blast my cash app. But he got all this damn money, and I haven't asked one of my supporters for one cash app and $1, but this sassy ass man here done it. You never heard of him? Oh, really? I can completely understand why. I mean, we can see why. We clearly can see why. Yeah, I never asked no supporters to give me no money or to bless my cash app and do this and do that. I've never done that. But you got all these people trying to capitalize on Miss Hillary Sanchez on their lies. On their damn lies. And don't worry, y'all. Sassy Omar, also known as Omar Leonard, got 2 different court dates with Miss Hillary Sanchez, his damn self. See, what he ought to be worried about is he's talking about, I got the money for the lawyer. I got this, I got that. Well, sir, ma'am, put up. It's time for you to put up, Judge Omar Leonard. It's time for you to put up. See, you went on Aunt Karen's show the other day showing your natural born ass, being sassy and just stalking me, trying to engage and getting in a screaming match with me on TikTok, and I had no part of it. I don't have to talk to you. You are creepy. You are a stalker. You are. Miss Hillary, that's a hard picture to keep looking at. I'm sorry, sweetie. But the reason I wanted this picture up on this short show, because you know we gotta get on the main page and do our thing, was because I needed y'all to see this man had the nerve to call me ugly. Now I love myself and I know I'm beautiful. And it's called self-love. I don't need anybody to justify or tell me or validate who I am or what I look like. But this witchcraft here, Candyland, the Star Crunch Factory, I don't know why you would ever fix your mouth to try to come for me and call me ugly. And he done it. I'm not lying on him. I'm not lying on him. And you see a clear picture of him today. Hello, Miss Queen of Atlanta. Yeah, a whole Jeepers Creepers. Y'all tap the screen. Welcome in, Queen of Atlanta. I love seeing you, honey. Yeah, I mean, just a whole Jeepers Creepers. And I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Y'all have heard it. If you didn't hear him, if you didn't hear what he had to say about Miss Hillary Sanchez, and you want me to play it again for you can hear it, I need y'all to tap the screen and put up an emoji. Tap the screen, put up an emoji, and I want you to listen what the icon had to say about Miss Hillary Sanchez, because he's bothered. See, this is when I try to let y'all know. People that be hollering, they unbothered and they this and they that, and I ain't nobody and I'm not this and I'm that. Well, if that's the case, sir, ma'am, why is it that you keep me in your mouth? Why is it? Y'all tap the screen. Let's play this. It's really quick. It's a quick little clip here. Play up the screen. Add it. Let me get it ready. Let me go back. Up the play. Y'all tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap.
Girl, you better
Add it.
up the screen. Play by the time we get
up the screen. We on here up the screen. Come on, people. Here we go. I just skipped it. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Here we go.
Listen closely. We have a Hillary Sanchez out here that's bashing me, that have been bashing me for months. And guess what?
Thank you, Platinum.
Hillary page is still going. Now, if I wants to shut down somebody's page, that will be the page I will shut down. So why are y'all thinking I'm shutting your page down when I got this person out here that's picking with me for months and months and months, and this person page still up? Why do y'all think I'm gonna shut y'all down, but this person page is still up? That would have been the first page I would shut down if I had power like that. If I had power, that would have been the first page I shut down. So listen at me and listen at me closely. I am not getting your page shut down. You are getting your own page shut down. If you on here,
one more time. Up the screen. We on here. At it.
What's going on out here? Okay.
One more time. Thank you, Black Buffy. Thank you. Y'all tap
closely. We have a Hillary Sanchez out here that's bashing me, that have been bashing me for months. And guess what? Hillary page is still going. Now, if I wants to shut down somebody's page, that will be the page I will shut down. So why are y'all thinking I'm shutting your page down when I got this person out here that's picking with me for months and months and months, and this person page still up? Why do y'all think I'm gonna shut y'all down, but this person page is still up? That would have been the first page I would shut down if I had power like that. If I had power, that would have been the first page I shut down. So listen at me and listen at me closely. I am not getting your page shut down. You are getting your own page shut down. If you on here.
So we clearly know that Joe Diddy is bothered. Joe Diddy is bothered about the Miss Hillary Sanchez show and Hurricane Hillary. And we know that because we heard it out of his own mouth. Nobody can dispute that. Thank y'all for the taps. Thank you for the gifts, Buffy. Thank you for coming through with the gifts. I appreciate the taps. I appreciate the gifts, y'all. But y'all gotta ask y'allself a question. Why is Joe Diddy so bothered by Miss Hillary Sanchez? And y'all know that there's more than me that have covered him. Why is he so bothered by Miss Hillary Sanchez and my little 110 people I get in my room? Why is he so bothered about that, y'all? Do anybody have any suggestions why? Hi from Virginia. Hello, Virginia. Welcome in. Thank you for liking the live, Buffy. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. But what I can tell you is this. Oh, your lawsuit probably. Well, you know that saying, y'all, a lawsuit, your lawyer is only good as the client who he represents. So your lawsuit is only good as the evidence that you give to somebody to present to a court. And see, Joe Diddy had got on here listening to complete strangers thinking he had tea that was going to have Miss Hillary Sanchez sliding down the wall and all this fake, false, disparaging, slanderous, and negligent stuff he was doing, and now it's done cost him. So you can't be mad at me, because if you didn't do what you did, I wouldn't have had a legal cause of action against you. And then all the months that he kept saying, y'all, he was going to sue me for the BET coverage that I had did on him. And how did I beat you to the punch? How did Miss Hillary Sanchez beat you to the punch of a lawsuit when you told all your viewers you love money and you are going to sue me? And you said, if she don't stop, I'm going to sue her. And here we are. How many months has it been since the BET Awards? Nothing. But Miss Hillary Sanchez told her viewing audience, when you said what you said about me and my husband, and you lied on my husband, that's why you got your ass sued. Because you got on here lying and you didn't even know what you was talking about. To all your viral audience, you was listening to people who you hadn't even met, and you sitting in a defendant's chair and they ain't got nothing going on because they gave you supposed tea and you took it and ran with it without fact checking your own information, Joe Diddy. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me how I would go off of what somebody else is saying without vetting the information. Thank you again for the gifts and thank y'all for the taps. I appreciate it. But Queen of Atlanta, you know how these people are. You can have trolls who act like they cool with you and give you fake information to have you go out here and put yourself out there. And then when the lawsuits start coming, they ain't nowhere around. Thank y'all for the gifts. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. It makes no sense to me. So if you got anybody to blame, Joe Diddy, look in the mirror at yourself. And these other faux defendants, wait till Miss Hillary Sanchez names them. I got FOMO defendants. Now, it may go down to 3 additional because the 4th one that I seen, and accordingly to the people who I got watching her, has turned a different direction, and so she may dodge being a defendant. I may not add her, and it may just be 3 different ones and not 4. But if in fact she do what she been doing back then she can rest assured that she will be a defendant in a case that I will file against her. And they don't have to, all you have to do is look at my actions. I told my viewing audience last month what I was doing, and I did it. All you got to do is mess around and find out. Try me. Get your ass on here lying, slandering, and doing anything like that, and you will find out where you gonna be. TikTok court is not a court of law, and they gonna find out. And let me also tell these people who seem to think that they done been to law school the difference between federal and state courts. Federal and state courts. There's differences. And then statutes, what the laws say, what the general statutes say, what the federal statutes say to each element of a charge. You can't just bring something. You have to meet all the elements in a case to bring a case. And they gonna find out. They're going to find out. Thank you for the gifts. They're going to find out just what they wanted to walk into when it came to Miss Hillary Sanchez. They finna find out. Let's see how good of insurance policies you got. And I understand Nosy Bystander LLC has changed the way she doing things. I don't give a damn what she done after the fact. She's on my lawsuit and she got on this app lying and exaggerating and slandering me, and I'm going to hold her accountable in a courtroom as along with Joe Diddy and Omar Leonard. Those are the first 3 that's already filed and pending in federal court. Now I told you got 4, between 4, maybe 3. It may go down to 3. But the 3 that you ain't, the two of the 3 that y'all ain't heard about is the sole root cause. The sole root cause of why these other people got hemmed up in court, because they was listening to these liars that got on this app lying, telling them they had all the tea and they had all these fake receipts and these fake court records that they had. And you got all these folks claiming to be married to the coin and married to this and that and Hottie this and Hottie Grew and all these people. The Hottie crew, they call themselves. That's what they call themselves. They all run together. Omar, the Hottie crew, all of them run together to gang up on Miss Hillary Sanchez with Joe Diddy. See, they couldn't communicate and talk one-to-one with Miss Hillary Sanchez. See, they got to gang up in stacks against me. And you got folks on here claiming to be educators and got all these teacher certificates and they so messy. And there's one who stays in black people business. She's got a serious problem. She's got a serious problem and can't keep her ass out of black people business, talking about bull crap mess that happened from 2023, and I don't owe her ass a damn dime. And they get on here with they storyline and they narrative. Oh, I had to get on her to do this. You didn't have to get on me for nothing. If I hadn't wanted to pay you back, I didn't have to. And you couldn't have done a damn thing. So I don't know why you acting like you was such this and such that. You lying ass woman. You're a liar. Stay out of damn black folks' business. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Yes, Buffy. You clock it, Buffy. Yes. You clocked it, Buffy. Bingo. Not Buffy clocked it like that. Absolutely. Yeah. So and they got this storyline, y'all, about the baby. This baby, they don't know what transpired between anything because they didn't know my life. They didn't know my life. I wasn't telling these damn folks my real business. I wouldn't dare tell these damn people my personal business. But they getting on here acting like, oh, she was crying and complaining to me about this and about that. And, oh, she was in this state when she did this and she did that. How in the hell do you know where the hell I'm at and you ain't never met me? You don't know where I was at a year ago. You don't know a damn thing. You making speculations. And you will find out. You gonna find out because and then Buffy grandma, had the audacity to get up on this app talking about, oh my, when can me and you join together and we could do a case together because it'll be better if we all kind of do it together. Somebody sent me a video where she was actually on this app talking about, oh, let's be co-plaintiffs and we can all be on there and we can, share the costs and this and that and come after me. And they was talking, they be so pressed, Buffy, y'all, what are we going to get, a wig? What are we going to get this? What are we going to get that? No, let me tell y'all something. Can y'all tap the screen for me if y'all want me to clock this tea for y'all? Can y'all tap the screen for me? Please, I'm asking you. And let me clock something for y'all. See, something that these people may not understand and know is you can have what they call personal insurance or professional insurance, or you could have errors and omission policies. Ms. Hillary Sanchez has policies that will defend me. I hope that they try to sue me. So I can just step back, and then the insurance company is going to hire a law firm to defend me. And then they going to just take over everything. And then they really going to pounce on them in the courtroom. So let me give you a spoiler alert. Miss Hillary Sanchez has liability insurance that covers personal slander, personal injury. If I damage somebody's house or property, I got those policies. I would advise you, but it's too late now because you in legal actions. But I've got policies, and all you got to do is sue me, and you gonna find out just the type of policies I got. Okay? So don't worry about what you gonna get, because trust and believe. I got policies up to $500,000 limit, policy limits that is you can go for grabs if you think you can get it. If you think the insurance company is going to fork over $500,000 policy without tearing you down in court to make you prove all this stuff, what you claiming, you got another thing coming. Well, the icons need a lawyer. Well, am I making this up, or did he not say this, y'all? Buffy and everybody, didn't he say that his money is like the lottery numbers? He's a thousandaire. A good law firm to retain him would only cost him 10 G's for this one little case that he got to come to court for next week. And then that other case is going to cost him about 20 G's. So 30 G's ain't nothing to him. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate the taps, first of all. And then I appreciate the gifts. I don't want you to think that I take it for granted. I thank y'all. I really do. I appreciate every 80 people in this room with me tonight. You could be doing other things, but you in here with Miss Hillary Sanchez. Even the ones who don't like me, they're in here watching me. They're in here watching the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Thank you for the gifts, Leah. I appreciate it. I think that's something, that and some, I forgot this lovely lady's name. I followed her. I think her name was All Things V or D. All Things V or D. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But she got up in this live yesterday, and she really enlightened me on a lot of things that I didn't necessarily know or recalled. And thank you. You love my show. Thank you very much. And what was so interesting was what All Things V or All Things D said it was just, she was speaking facts. And I was so shocked, and I was trying to keep the conversation going. Oh, she's here. Hi, All Things V. Okay, All Things V. Hello, All Things V. Southeast says he done for this community or for people who support him. Well, I think that he has seen that. He has seen those days where he was on here bragging, y'all, and Southeast, where he was bragging about having 32K and 40K in the rooms. Them days is over. He understands that. He was on here talking about, we booked and we busy and we this and we that. Now what are you doing? You sitting down singing Kumbaya in that damn hot tub, drinking Bud Lights and having a Diddy party, a Diddy freak off, and then you got Charles over there telling you to get off of him, and that's straight Diddy moves. That's just straight something Diddy would do. Is what Joe Diddy pulled the other day. I'm not joking, Buffy. Don't come in here laughing at me, Miss Buffy. It is. It literally is. But this man, Joe Diddy, had the audacity. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Joe Diddy had the audacity to call me and Miss Mia ugly. He had the audacity to call my sister Mia a beautiful black queen, an entrepreneur. He had the audacity to sit up and call her ugly and me ugly. I know I'm beautiful, but most of all, compared to you, Joe Diddy, I look like I didn't come off of the runway. I look like I didn't come off the runway side by side to you. And don't you ever forget it. Okay? Don't you ever forget it. Thank y'all for the taps and thank you for the gifts. And I know you mad about it. I know you mad about it, Sloppy Joe. Let me guess. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Well, you shouldn't be cooking anything this Sunday. You should be in a hotel somewhere in Connecticut waiting to show up for your court date. And people can figure out the date. I'm not telling them, but I have told them it's next week. It's a fact. And believe me, TikTok, I got people who gonna cover it. I got people who gonna cover it. Miss Blue gonna cover it on YouTube and she's a very impartial person who does what they do. Report the facts. Report the facts in an unbiased way. Call it straight down the middle. Okay? And I'm looking forward to it. I was trying to figure out what outfit I could wear. Because you go to court, you got to step in court looking professional. You got to look professional. Your lips got to be popping. See, Miss Hillary Sanchez don't need much makeup on nothing. Y'all see her face is beautiful, flawless, no bumps, no craters coming out of my face, no volcano eruptions in sight. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm very grateful for that. I don't take it for granted. And I'm just thinking, what do I want to wear? Do I want to wear a nice little pretty dress? Do I want to wear like a 2-piece suit? I'm trying to figure out, I guess I'll figure it out this weekend, what I want to wear to court next week when I have to go see Joe Diddy. Joe Diddy. Did y'all ever think that Miss Hillary Sanchez would get the opportunity to meet Joe Diddy? I know Joe Diddy loves getting on here talking about when he went on that cruise that he took over 2,000 pictures. Do y'all think, thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Miss Shawnee. Thank you. Do y'all think that Joe Diddy will let me enter into his talent show contest that he charging $150 entry fee so I can go on there and sing my remix of Charles, Your Lunch is Ready? I'm trying to win that grand prize. Do y'all think they would allow me to enter into that contest, in the competition, to pay my $150 entry fee and me go down there to Atlanta and perform? Good evening, Queen. Good evening to you, Queen. Do y'all think that they let Miss Hillary Sanchez enter into that with Joe hosting? You know, they doing some talent show competition, and you can pay a either $130 or $150 entry fee to enter into this contest. Y'all think Joe Diddy opposed with Miss Hillary Sanchez for a photo op if he show up in the great state of Connecticut? You think he'll sign my autograph? You think he'll autograph my seasonings? You think he'll autograph my kitty litter? My seasoning, my sand seasoned salts? I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Buffy, don't get in here. Don't get in here grinning and laughing, Miss Buffy. But yeah, I really want. I'm so excited about next week. Very little things get me excited these days besides my God, my church, me giving back and serving my community, and the love I have for my husband. Those are the things that no one can take that away from you. See, when you understand things like that and spiritual things, and you're in tune with things, you know nobody can take certain things away from you. I'm telling y'all. And if you don't think that, it tells you in the Bible. It's in the Bible. I had nothing to do with writing the Bible. Most people got to pick it up and read it, and they'll understand it. They will understand it. And you got people, y'all, because Miss Hillary Sanchez branched off into YouTube and every other social media platform, and they trying to draw traffic on their YouTube, and they posted something 2 days ago and got 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 views, and I'm getting hundreds of views, and they're mad and they punch in the air, and it only gets better, just like a fine wine. It gets better like a fine wine. Thank you so much, Miss Buffy. It gets better like a fine wine. I'm aging with wine, with like a fine wine. Y'all is looking at Miss Hillary Sanchez, a 50-year-old woman, and Joe Diddy claims to be 47, and he look older than me. And be honest, don't gaslight me. Do Joe look older than Miss Hillary Sanchez? I know he do. I know he looks way older than I do. He can't move like me. He can't dance like me. Chrissy says, don't get Chrissy started. Miss Chrissy said, ain't no way he 47. Joe, big Cookie RN says, Joe is 52. Shawty says he's older than Jesus. And I'm Santa Claus. 1942. You guys, I don't know, but what I can tell y'all is this, that in my opinion, and I'm not exaggerating, he looks almost 60 years old. If I had to estimate just by looks what he looked like, I would say he coming close to 60. He looked like somebody's ancestor. Well, I mean, he had the audacity to call me ugly. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at Look at this man who had the audacity to call me ugly. This is a photo. This is a thing from today. And this man called Miss Hillary Sanchez ugly. Ugly, he said, with her ugly ass. That's what he said. Now, I'm showing you this picture, and he called me ugly. This is a man who called me ugly, and he called my sister Mia ugly. Y'all tap the screen. He called Miss Hillary Sanchez ugly, and he called my sister Mia ugly. And this is the type of stuff that I try to tell y'all about. That this man gets on here with this nonsense, doing it and saying it. And I can tell you, he could only wish that his skin could feel like this, that it don't feel like sandpaper. He could only wish that his skin was this clear. He could only wish. But you got the audacity to get your ass up on here talking about I'm ugly. Joe Diddy, you need to sit down somewhere. You need to sit down somewhere, Joe Diddy. Hello, and we gonna talk about this food step thing with Joe Diddy. Let me welcome my sister, Miss Mia, in the house. Welcome in, sis. Tap the screen, body. How are you?
Hey, I'm so good. I'm so good. He wish his skin was that clear.
Oh, wow. Well, can I hear the tea from your mouth? Because I was working and hearing things. Did you make a special appearance in somebody's life? Can you tell us about this? Thank you for the gifts. Y'all tap the screen and tell us, please.
So, earlier I had got a notification. Now, mind y'all, Charles is following me. Okay. So I got a notification he was live. So I was like, I'm about to go over here because I want to ask him why it he let Joe get on here and basically talk about he saved him from being a damsel in distress, basically, when he made that video like, oh, Charles was down and out and I picked Charles up and whatever. But I just don't understand how a husband say that about his husband. Why did you come on social media and say those type of things? And it's like, it's just degrading. But I wanted to get in there and ask Charles, like, why do you keep putting up with that? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, ain't no way. You just that crazy. But I was in there, right? I was in the little queue. So Charles seen me in the queue and gonna turn the phone to Joe and scare everybody in the live. Did you hear what I said?
You mean you
Scared everybody in the live. We wasn't even prepared or ready for that.
They didn't give you no warning?
Nothing. He just turned the phone around and scared everybody. People in the comments talking about, don't ever do that again, Charles. Don't ever do that.
And Miss Chrissy said Joe Diddy was looking with his good eye. Are y'all referring to this? I need to ask. I need answers. Miss Hillary Sanchez needs answers. Was this what y'all referring to?
Yes. Looked at what I can't put my finger on it. What do he look like? That thing from Lord of the Rings. Y'all ever see that one? Is it Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? It's one of them.
It's one of them, but one thing I will tell you that he looked ready to go. I'm gonna tell him one more time. If Joe Diddy, if you want to make a bag in the month of October, go to your nearest haunted house and just tell them I would like a job. They will make you the star attraction.
Listen,
You don't have to do nothing. Just go in that haunted house and put on you would have to put on one of them LV suits or that bathing suit that you had on the other day up in that pool, and you will draw so much business for that haunted house. You gonna make all type of money. I'm telling you. Go on, Miss Neal.
listen. Joe is the haunted house. Joe is the haunted house. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. Oh yeah, I got time. So I'm sitting in the queue and Charles acting like he don't want to let me up. Talking, turned the phone, done scared everybody on TikTok when you turned the phone. And then you got Joe in the phone like, I am what? What? Joe, you know who I am. Don't play with me. Then Joe wanted me to get in the live. Joe told Charles to add me. First of all, what was we about to talk about in front of you? You probably would have snapped out in that whole Wild Buffalo, what's it called? Wild Wings, Buffalo Wings, wherever they go every first of the month. That place they go to. Probably would have snapped out in that place. But see, Charles didn't add me because he couldn't talk to me. We couldn't talk like in private. But I'm sure if it was just him and he was in his room, in that trailer, his personal room that he sleeps in every night by himself with the game in there, y'all. If he was in there, he would have added me and I would have asked him and he would have told me. But Joe was there, so he just messed up everything.
And and I don't know if people actually heard what you said. Charles is actually following your page. The page you're on live right now.
Yeah, he's following me. So for you to act like that in front of Joe, I just felt like maybe Charles was scared. Maybe he was scared and trying to front like, I don't got time. He was like, I don't got time. I'm not entertaining that. But you know what I clocked today? Charles don't call me Mia. Hillary calls me Mia.
Yeah, I showed
people don't call me Mia.
That's
People
what
call
I
me
call you.
Shalakemia. Hillary's the only one that calls me Mia outside of my family and my mom. Everybody call me Shalakemia. When did Charles start calling me Mia? He always called me, and baby, hold on, Hillary, let somebody say my name wrong. Charles is going to correct them, okay?
And this is what I gotta give him credit on. Cause I have heard him say your name and he can say it.
He know how to say it clear, okay?
He can say your name just like he can sit down and color in a color book. He can say your name. I'm
Yes, he
telling
can.
you. He
Yes,
can
he
say
can.
it.
Because one time Netta was about to say it, and Charles corrected Joe Netta and said her name. Matter of fact, remember when Gabe got in the live with Joe?
Yeah.
And Gabe said my name wrong. And Charles corrected Gabe, okay? He said her name is Shalakemia.
Wow.
And then Gabe said, well, Joe, don't you think you owe Shalakemia an apology? Like, you shouldn't have talked to her like that. And with that face right there on the screen, looking just like that.
But
Joe
you know
like,
what? But you know what, sis? The reason why Charles didn't accept you is because he knew the consequences of what would happen. He knew that. And he just didn't probably want to have to deal with Joe Diddy and his evil ways. But it made sense to me. I as I'm thinking about it and I'm like, that's why he didn't accept. And then Joe Diddy was trying to entice him, telling him accept it, but you were acting like you didn't know who she was, and you knew who it was. So that's what I try to tell y'all. This man is a walking contradiction. If he ain't scratching between his balls and sniffing his hands and trying to cook, then he acting like he got so much money and he doing this and doing that. I'm confused. Go on, Mia. I get passionate sometimes. I got to remember I'm not on YouTube yet.
You gonna blow up over there, but so yeah, so I just wanted to ask that because I don't think Charles is a bad person. I'm gonna put that. I don't think he's no bad person. But you have to understand when you're being manipulated by somebody, that's just like people that have been in DV situations. They love, the person, they start maybe doing stuff, mimicking the person. If Charles was by himself or if Charles was with a woman, he wouldn't be acting like that. He would not be acting like that. He just wouldn't. But anyway, so Gabe was asking Joe, don't you think that you owe Charlockemia? Because that's what Gabe called me, and I don't even care. I love how Gabe say my name anyway. Gabe was like, don't you think you owe Charlockemia a apology? Charles said her name is Charlockemia. It's Charlockemia. And then so then Joe, that one eye went over and looked at Charles, and then he was like, no, I don't owe her no apology. And Charles was like, why not? Hillary, you heard what I said. You heard what I said. Everybody was sending it to me. You hear me? They was like, look at this video. Charles still taking up for you. He was like, why not? All in Joe's face. Why not? Why don't you order no apology?
But yeah, I remember that clear as day. I don't know why I put this sassy thing up here. Hold on, I hit the wrong button, y'all. Let me click on something else. I didn't mean to click on sass.
Yeah, I don't think he no bad person though. He just around the wrong big man. That's all.
Yeah, and like I said, my issue, and I'm gonna say it tonight on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Charles, if you watching, or I know somebody in here will get it back to him. Miss Hillary Sanchez is not suing Charles. You have nothing to do with any one of my cases against your husband, Joe Diddy. This is Joe Diddy by himself. So don't let him wrap you in and think that it has anything to do with you.
Can I say one thing?
Go right ahead.
Now, Joe done wore them Christmas nails all year long, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the fall time. Why do Joe got spring, summer nails on? First of all, it's fall, and now your nails is spring, summer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it. It's about to be Christmas.
And that's the thing, that's the gag. And I love how you clocked that, Mia. That fool had the Christmas nails on in the summertime.
Honey, all year. You should have just kept them on. It's about to be Christmas. You should have just first. Go ahead. I'm a mute because you got people up here. I'm a mute.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't understand that. I was looking because the nail be broke all month long until the first of the month. All month long, the nail be broke until the first of the month. So I'm like, oh, okay, a new color. Now you want to do a spring summer nail, and spring and summer's over. But go ahead, happy Halloween. That's my new name for all month long for the month of October. I'm calling Joe Happy Halloween.
Okay, hold on, Mia. Welcome in, Chrissy. Go ahead and unmute Miss Chrissy.
Hey guys. Hey Mia, how you doing?
Bye.
So this is what I wanted to say. Earlier, I think Radio was online working out. And he said something that triggered me. He said, while y'all sit here in the comments talking about me, I'm doing something about it. Y'all probably fat, sitting at home, not doing nothing. I'm doing something about it. But you are working out by day and eating terrible things with Big Joe by night. How is that workout session even going to help you, baby? It's not. And I truly do believe you, Mia. He's around the wrong big person. But see, the problem is either your spouse is going to bring you up with them or down with them. And Radio has to realize he has a brain of his own. And he has to think for himself instead of being a repeat to Joe. He's never going to get anywhere just living in his shadow.
True.
Wow. Miss Shawnee, welcome in, sweetie.
I couldn't wait for my turn, honey. I tell you, that's why you can't drink no wine on a Friday night. But honey, let me tell you something about Beetlejuice. He said today that, well, I don't know. I saw the video today. He said, if we don't like it, we could kiss his big black bumpy ass. I vomit right in my mouth, first of all. Second, I vomit in my mouth. Second of all, he is allegedly he was supposed to have paid Charles' family, a member, something about for Charles, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say, trying to pay Charles' family to to go along with the little gag or whatever. And I'm quite sure Charles is begging him to buy him back because he probably ain't know he was gonna get in so much nonsense with this fool, because Charles is basically, he look like he's a good person. He just, the elevator don't go to the top. I think the cable kind of popped at the neck, but it could kind of get a little fixed, but he just got to get away from Netta, better, whatever y'all want to call him.
Joe Diddy, whatever. I don't know, but Miss Hillary, y'all got me over here cracking up. I got the TV on mute, and I am over here in tears, laughing. Miss Mia, you are adorable. Miss Chrissy, you guys are queens. I love you guys, but honey, I can't take it. Miss Hillary, you are too funny. I'll tell you, I can't take it. And when you start laughing, it just elevates the whole situation, because I start laughing even more. So yes, and I am your number one fan when it comes to singing that Charles, your lunch is ready.
Honey, we about to record that.
Girl, I tell you, I'm telling you, somebody need to really, she's up here singing this song at little functions here and there, but Miss Hillary, you need to find somebody that's going to hold you down and remix that song, because you be hitting that note and I be cracking up over here, and you just, it's just so funny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, but I couldn't take it no more. I had to interrupt.
She gonna drop the single soon. She gonna drop.
Miss Hillary is crazy. She said, "Child, ain't no R, ain't no L, ain't no E, ain't no S, ain't no nothing." She just said, "Child, your lunch is ready."
I don't even sing the real version anymore.
I have a step ladder to get on my bed. Girl, I almost fell off the damn bed, forgot all about how high the bed is. But she said, "Child." I said, "Child." I said, where the R, the L, the E, and the S? She just leave all that out. But she said, your lunch is ready. I said, Lord Jesus, take the wheel, because Miss Hillary done lost her there go mine. That'd be so funny, though. But Miss Hillary, I hope somebody catch you singing this and say, Miss Hillary, let's do a deal.
I don't even sing the original no more. I go around. My family is tired of me saying Charles.
Miss Hillary put the remix. She said Charles. I said, let me find her. She went back to the 80s. She's mixed. I can't say mixed master ice. She's mixed. Miss whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. She's mixing that shit. She talking about some Charles. Charles. I know. Oh my God. My husband said, what you listen to? I said, that's Miss Hillary. Don't talk to me right now. I'm talking to Miss Hillary.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, ladies, that's what I just wanted to say. It's you just hilarious. I tell you. Oh my God, it's so funny. But I went from Jeepers Creepers to Beetlejuice because he had a screenshot of himself, and I'm looking at all them bumps. I almost threw one of my daycare kids said, "Shawty, who's that?" I said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just y'all keep on playing." Cause they always peeking in my phone, but it's ridiculous. It's just terrible. But Miss Hillary, keep on standing on business. I am Charlotte Kima. You better go, cause you just be hitting it. I'll tell you. And I was trying to count your freckles. Oh, she got just as much as freckles as I got. I said, she better go. We the freckle crew. That's right. It was a filter. Well, I got freckles. But anyway, y'all keep on doing what y'all doing. I am here for the foolery, honey, because it is out of control. Yes. So y'all go ahead. But I feel sorry for poor Charles. His poor little eyes are just so far apart. They damn near touching his ears. And I said, poor, he can't even see. He don't know what he's doing. And poor thing, she just leading him around just like a little damn German Shepherd. And I just feel so sorry. Now I'm starting to feel sorry for him because he's getting sick of her ass. He getting sick of her ass because he want his friends. We are his friends. He have more on his live than she do. And she don't like that, you know? Because everybody's concerned about Charles now, you know? Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's all I had to say, ladies. Okay. But you guys have a good night. I'm not going away. I'm staying on this live. I'm going to keep on making my old crazy comments with my crazy sense of humor. I'm a Taurus, and I got a great sense of humor, honey. And I'm going to stay on here. I'm going to keep on listening to y'all. Y'all can go ahead and do y'all thing. Miss Hillary, you got that swoosh going on. I see your picture. Girl, you are something else.
Oh, thank you, Miss Connie. Thank you so much, sweetie. You welcome in here anytime. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night, darling.
Good night. A hearty girl, welcome in. Unmute yourself and speak your piece. Okay. Go ahead, y'all.
I have a question. Today, Big Joe said that he was gonna start a group, and it was gonna be Netta Gangsters or something like that. You weren't supposed to laugh. That wasn't even the punchline yet.
Gangster Netta.
Netta Gangsters. But what I was thinking about the other day, you know how even if like Big Joe was off of social media, we would still be able to get on a panel and talk about productive things, talk about women things, talk about things in current affairs, or, you know, what's going on in breast cancer awareness, you know, just different things about life. I have never seen Big Joe have a community of sitting and just chopping it up and just, you know, laughing and having a quote unquote girl moment, because I don't think he has the personality to. He's too jealous and he needs all the attention. I just thought about that the other day. I was like, I don't see Joe sitting with any female friends, sitting and just kikiing it and talking like girl talk. Does anyone else see that?
I haven't seen it. I thought I saw, she didn't come on camera, but she was right before a week or two before they had announced that they were going to be going to the Bahamas. You know, and he announced, of course, bragging, saying that they was getting first class tickets. But of course, he didn't go live to show he was in first class. None of that. You know, he didn't go live about stuff like that. And, you know, there's different elements to a cruise ship and a boat. You can, if you got the coins, you can pay to be up in that captain's area, suite area. But he never goes live to show his accommodations. And he'll just come back and lie about this and lie about that. And then he took 2,000, 3,000 pictures on this boat and all of this. And it was, you know, we saw what we saw. Everybody saw what they saw, but he will come back and say something completely different, lying through his spitting mouth.
That cruise was a hot mess. I am an avid cruiser. I cruise every single Christmas. Every Christmas. This year will be the first year in years that I have not cruised. And I have never been on a cruise less than 7 days. Most of my cruises are 10 to 14 days. Big Joe has no idea what luxury looks like. He was on Carnival. Now that's a fun ship, but he's probably never even heard of MSC, Norwegian, Celebrity Cruise Line. Talk about class. And why didn't whoever set this cruise up for him, they didn't even get him the dress code. He was in gym shorts and t-shirts. He didn't dress up for the captain's ball. He didn't take any of the professional portraits. Big Joe has no idea what living luxury looks like. He is a country bumpkin trying to fake it till he makes it, but his time is up. He needs to let it go.
Miss Mia, I cannot. I just need to recap something.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta listen to this tonight. Where Charles showed up and showed out and defended you against Joe Diddy. I don't think people actually realize that Charles defended you against Joe Diddy and almost came to blows.
Mm-hmm.
Up in here.
Because Charles knows deep down inside like how Joe, is.
Thank you for
Like I said,
Johnny. Show up, girl. Thank y'all.
He's cool. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I know when a person is influenced and when they're not. When me and Charles was one-on-one talking, Charles was mad cool. You might see him get on there and say stuff. He's only saying stuff because of Joe. That's not who Charles really is. And I'm just being honest. That's not the person that I was talking to.
And clearly we know from the recordings, I could clearly tell there were too many conversations and long conversations. And like I said, the way that man looked and said your name, and he wasn't being disrespectful to you when he said no, he wasn't going to bring you in. He just knew the adversary consequences because that's why Joe was like, let her in. He wanted to see how Charles was going to act, how y'all was going to interact. See, Charles didn't go for the okie doke. He didn't go for the banana in the tailpipe with Joe Diddy, encouraging him to come up, to pull you up and all of that. Because Charles would have been on punishment. And I know that. But I don't give a damn who don't like it. I said it back then when I clocked it, and I'll say it again. Charles defended you because who you are as a woman, the attraction, he loved talking to you. You made him comfortable. He felt he could talk to you. And that's what he does. When Charles talked to women, it's either you got a pound cake face, you smell good, you look good, but you ain't never heard him tell Colonel Crunch that he looked good or he got a pound cake face. He may have said Star Crunch, but he ain't. Oh, he did say Kill Bill, and he should have got him another yellow tracksuit so he could call him Yellow Bird. Kill Bill and Big Bird and all these other things.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool though. Like I wouldn't I'm not interested in him in no, that type of way, no relationship or nothing. But I think he's really, really cool. He's just in a situation to where he can't be himself. If y'all notice, I never seen this, but maybe y'all did see it. I never seen Charles hang out with men and go play basketball
Never.
go, have a few beers or something.
Can't
I
do
never
none of
seen
that.
it.
He
Only
can't.
man he hang out with and have beers with is Big Joe.
That's
That's
it.
not healthy. That's not healthy all the time.
Hi.
And I clocked that a long time ago, Chrissy and Mia. I said it's unhealthy for two people to be around each other 24 hours a day. Charles literally had to ask this man, could he go get a haircut?
I think radio knows that he's an adult and he can make decisions on his own.
I don't know.
This is what I can tell you. I can tell you this, that for some apparent reason, now I know it more than ever, that Joe Diddy is manipulating him. And I didn't see the live. My people send me clips of things that I want to recap on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. I literally was pissed off when I saw this video today, when this man sat up on his bumpy ass and asked Charles to pay for that food that he sat there and glutted down with these margaritas. Like he was so elegant, talking about I take care of the tip. No,
Did you hear him say?
Go
Did you
ahead.
hear Big Joe keep asking? This is what's weird and creeps me out. You keep asking this man, you gonna go to bed with me? You gonna take a nap with me? Charles, you gonna get in the bed when we get back? Like, why do you keep doing that? That sounds so predatorial. Like, stop.
And a lot of people may not know this. He actually was in, when they were on tour back when they had Carlos as a manager, and Joe had told him he was toasty. You gonna carry me in the hotel room and put me in the bed and tuck me in? Who carrying your big silverback ass in some hotel room? You ain't no princess. You ain't like no feather to where you think somebody could just lift you up. He barely lifting them damn 5-pound weights up in that damn shed he doing every day, pouring water all over his damn face, acting like he working out. So what would make you think he can carry your linebacker ass in and swing you in a hotel room and tuck you in the bed? I don't get it.
Being tucked in the bed is the last tucking he needs to be worried about.
It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me at all. I'm sorry. Mia, go ahead, sweetie. I think, oh, there she go.
I was gonna also touch on the part where I guess Joe wants to give relationship advice now.
Go ahead. That's a good topic.
Yeah, wants to give making a whole new page, wanting to give relationship advice. First of all, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who are you about to give advice to? Because we don't want it. We got a front row seat to what you got going on. There's nothing you can tell us. I don't know where that came from. I guess because they said the season looked like Pop Rocks. Now you wanna go on and you wanna now give somebody some advice. We're not interested. Nope. I know I'm not. Cause that's not how you treat no man. I'm sorry.
All sis, at all.
That is not how you do that. And I feel like I'm not going to say the whole thing, but y'all going to be able to read between the lines. When Joe got up on there and was like, oh, yeah, Charles used to do. And y'all know what I'm talking about, what he said in that video. Y'all follow me?
Yep.
Why? This is my thing. That wasn't for Joe to say. If that's what Charles was doing, that was his testimony. That was for him to share with people.
Right. And that's what I'd say about this big back man. He always exposing Charles. He's always running his damn mouth where he shouldn't run it. And Charles has told him a few different times, let me tell it. Let me tell it. But see, he act like he's so big and bad. I want to see how big and bad if he show his ass up down here in Connecticut for this court case. Come down here and pop off at the mouth in this courtroom with this judge like you've been doing. I want you to bring that same energy down into this courtroom. You got all this damn money. You got all this support you claim to have. You have your supporters give you $1 each. You have over 700,000, 800,000. You could have all types of lawyers in there. Where are they? If they support you so much, where the hell are they?
Yeah.
There's a difference when people laughing with you versus laughing at you. I told you then, and I'm going to tell you now. You's an ugly ass man, and you make for an ugly ass woman when you try to be one. I don't give a damn who don't like it.
That's true. That is true. How you ugly both ways?
Just both ways. You can't win for losing.
The struggle.
What fungus? What fungus, y'all?
Oh, he got a fungus on one of his nails that was falling off. You didn't see that green spot on his nail?
Nope, I didn't notice that.
Oh my
I'm not
Lord.
surprised though. Got fungus on his face.
Oh my gosh. He has a fungus on his nail. Like, you know, the nail came out and you could see clearly, like, go back and look at some of the videos if you see them up on your timeline. It was like green.
That's because, Chrissy, when you understand self-care, getting your nails done, you know, you get a new set. You don't keep getting no feel. You take those off and eventually, you know, let your nails breathe. Or
Breathe.
You
Yep.
gotta let
and you
your
get you a
nails
new
breathe.
set.
Yes, Mia, clock it. Did
Your
you
nails
notice?
is tired of Christmas.
Do you notice how I didn't have my nails done? You know, I've given my nails over a month break, and I'm gonna give them a couple more weeks. You've got to do that.
Have to.
It's unbelievable.
But see, and I'm convinced that, you know, even if I hate calling him Charles, even if Rolandis didn't have a motherly figure around, for some reason, I think he looks at Joe as that womanly figure for some odd reason.
How?
And
Honey Chrissy, I agree with everything you always say on here on both of my platforms. You know I bring you up, but this where we disagree. I don't think for one damn minute that Charles looks at that person and it emulates woman to him. Ain't no damn way. James Brown, Stevie Wonder, ain't nobody gonna think that that's no damn woman at all. Nobody.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said I think he looked at him like a motherly figure.
Not no motherly figure. Heck no. No.
Okay.
That's why Charles don't sleep in that bed. Charles ain't trying to turn over and be scared like that. I just didn't understand why Charles turned that phone earlier. No, don't do us like that.
But see, that's the saddest part to me is what the image that Rolandis thinks that a woman is. Being a woman is more than just cooking your meals every day. Being a woman is more than just doing your laundry every day. Being a woman is so much more than getting online saying, Charles, your lunch is ready, and shimmy shaking them fake boobs.
And then standing over him like a straight stalker. I mean, just standing over him like a straight damn stalker. And you don't know which way he looking. I be looking to see if he got 3 or 4 cameras going on. Cause that eye look at that left eye. That left eye go one to the left and then it'll do a 360 on you if you don't watch it. I'm telling y'all, go back and look at them videos and
He
watch.
got to keep his eyes on Charles at all times.
Watch him. He can be Joe Diddy can sit in a place and be talking in a full-blown conversation, and if Charles got to get up to use the bathroom, that other eye will watch Charles that whole time as he walking down and making sure he ain't stopping and ain't talking to no woman, and then that eye come right back into that camera when Charles sat down. Watch, I'm telling y'all, go back and look in these videos. Go back and look in these videos when they were going around here touring state to state, when they had a real manager, Carlos, that had them booked, getting them booked and busy and doing the things that he did to enhance their career. I'm telling you. Hello, Miss Southeast 202. Welcome in, sweetie. Go ahead and unmute.
Okay. Hi, Miss Hillary. Hi to the panel. My thing, Miss Hillary, is that he's saying he sold out of his seasons. Okay.
What?
How are you selling out? Because I don't believe you sold out, number one. And number two, if you sold out, you need to start processing refunds for those who were not happy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want to hear like you're not going to give those people their money back.
So let me ask you this, sweetie, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but if I don't ask you, I'll forget. So do you know if on the website, because I haven't seen it, did it say all sales are final or no refunds? Do anybody know that?
I don't know that.
Because most companies, if you ain't satisfied with the product, you can send it back for a full refund. If he don't have that up on his website, you're entitled to a refund.
And I was telling you last night how the labels were falling off, remember?
Yes, I remember you told me that.
and you can put a picture, you can put a picture on the label, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't give out samples to his platform. He never wants to give anything. He should be helping those people down in North Carolina or Alabama, something charitable. You know what I mean? It's just me. To me. And those few little backpacks he gave out, you know.
Well, did you see a video that you can show us that he gave them backpacks out?
There you go. You're right.
Because I clocked this a while ago, that he did purchase the backpacks, but I have seen absolutely no evidence. I have seen absolutely no evidence that this man filled those backpacks up and passed them out to anybody. That would have been a camera moment. That would have been something that you could have put on social media to try to change your perception of how people view you when it comes to you talking about black people and their children. That stuff you should have been filming and shooting out and wanting to go viral. But you know what? He didn't do it because, in my opinion, he didn't give them kids no damn backpacks. They filled up with onions and bell peppers and they stored away in that freezer so that way he ain't got to worry about running out of onions and bell peppers. Them backpacks is storage bags now. Hello, Miss King. Welcome in and unmute. Miss King?
Queen.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Hillary. Hi, panel.
Hi. My apologies.
No worries. I didn't really have nothing to say. I'm just supporting and tapping the live. But I do have a quick question because I think I came across something on my timeline where one of the young ladies was going to copyright Joe's name. That Joe Netta, Mrs. Netta. Did you guys see anything about that?
I mean, I have seen things about that. I don't know anything about it. I don't talk about it on my platform.
Okay.
I don't give a damn about it. Either which way it's just I just don't talk about stuff like that. It doesn't move me. It's not anything that I personally know or do know or not. I wouldn't do anything like that. It's just not my cup of tea. But I don't know. But you can finish your thoughts.
Oh, okay. No, I don't have anything to say. I'm just supportive in the live, just listening.
I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate, and I see you. I remember I talked to you in the comment. Remember, I asked you, I think in the comment, did you change your logo or something? It may not have been you, and you said no, it's been the same. Was that you or somebody else?
Yeah, that was me. You asked me that question. No, my logo's been like that for 3 years. I've been on the live for like 3 years, but I don't have anything to say. I'm a mute and listen and laugh and keep supporting.
Thank you so much, Miss Queen.
Okay, bye.
I appreciate you. What's up, Miss Shawnee?
Hey, ladies.
I know that wine kicking in.
Hey, panels. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say something.
I know that wine kicking in.
I'm okay, but I have to get a little serious now. I want to piggyback off of Miss Mia. You were saying something about how Joe went up there and started talking about Charles and how she got him or whatever, and I think that is so wrong that she did that, because that's your significant other. And why would you get on live and talk about how you met him, how you found him, and how you made him, and then now he's this and he's that? I just think it's so wrong that you go and you speak negative, it's just not that part. That was just like a little bit too deep to go into how you found him, how you met him or whatever, and I mean, how he met him or found him or whatever, and I just think it was just so wrong. And I was very appalled of the way, what she was saying, what he was saying about Charles, and I wonder if he even saw that live, or, did he have something to say about that? It was just so wrong. But as a child care provider, we watch a lot of videos and stuff and trainings as far as mental abuse, elder abuse, child abuse. But that's abuse to me. That's mental abuse right there as well. And I'm so shocked that he's even putting up with her this long. It's just really ridiculous that she bumped her gums so much that I don't even think. Sometimes, see, the tongue punishes. When you spit something off your tongue, you can't take it back. And I think he says a lot of things off his tongue, but he can't retract that. But it'd be too late. And I wonder if Charles really sitting in his little man cave that he sleeps in and wonder, wow, she really said this about me on live with millions of viewers or hundreds of viewers or whatever. It's just so wrong,
And Shawnee, let me interject for a second. Let me remind my viewing audience. Please tap the screen. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you for the taps. Thank you all my queens in here. Now, let me say this. I don't want y'all to forget that the very way that this man got on here humiliating Charles again, he's the one what was coaching Charles to get them fake doctor notes into Charles' job to get Charles fired, because they were trying to get Charles to quit at first. And Mia, please unmute and tell me if my recollection is not right on this issue, because we were on your show. I was actually a guest on your panel on your show, and Carlos came in and said it out of his own mouth that he wanted Charles to quit and then to do it full time, but Charles was against it. Am I right, Miss Mia? She may have stepped away, but it's my recollection.
You're right. He said that. He said that he'd been trying to get him to quit for a long time.
Okay, so I'm glad you heard that. Thank you very much. So we clearly understand that, and I don't know this, but it's my opinion. It's my opinion because what we know is this. Whoever was doing the doctor's notes and getting paid to make those fake doctor's notes before, it was somewhat working. And it wasn't until you guys have to mute if you're not talking because I'm getting an echo. Thank you. We're getting an echo. And this is what I gotta say. I lost my train of thought for a second. That Charles took whatever was given to him into that job and got fired. After 5 years that Charles said that he had that job, that man literally got him fired and then was saying, oh, it ain't no big deal. And Charles was explaining, yes, it is. After 5 years, who would not be affected after getting fired? But see, everybody on TikTok, when Miss Hillary Sanchez reported that Charles was not working, and they kept saying Charles is working. He's this, he that. Charles ain't got no food stamp card or EBT card. And I told people, and then the truth came out only after Carlos fell out with Netta. But I had already known that Charles had gotten fired, and I reported it. I reported that they were under an investigation on my show. It happened. And it happened right around the BET Awards when I reported it. It's insane. And I know when I got fired from a job, I cried. It's not a good feeling. But you got Joe Diddy who act like nothing phases him. He acts like nothing phases him.
Why he act like nothing phases him? Because he's so used to if something goes wrong, he can scam his way out. He wants control. He wants total control over everything Rolandis does. That's why he wanted him to solely be dependent on him in social media so he can have control over him. See, you remember when Safari said that he was calling up there to that man's job, harassing them people, calling Rolandis while he was on the floor working? He was trying to see what he was doing at work because Big Joe is bored at home by himself.
Yeah. Well, we already knew that he wanted Charles around him 24 hours a day. That's just unhealthy. That's you're codependent. It's just unhealthy. It's not a good relationship when you're around each other 24 hours a day. You got to be away, whether one working or you have your time with your girlfriends, or he can have his friend with his man friends. Like Charles can't even go to the dude's house to get a tattoo. He had to bring the dude to that trailer to do his tattoo. That's insane to me.
Hillary, do you think that Miss Netta have so much of a tight leash on him to where he's not even allowed to have no male friends? You know how men have these days, 2024, men have man caves, and they have their little thing going down with the man. Even in their house, they might have a basement apartment, a basement to where they can turn the basement into a man cave. She just keep him close to her. Maybe she thinks somebody's going to get in his ear and let him know, yo, you don't got to do this. You don't got to be with that. You don't got to deal with this. Maybe maybe he thinks that this is what someone is going to do, because this is ridiculous. I've never seen a man that just stays with another man that you could tell he don't want to be around for so long, and you don't see him with no friends. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. And he's starting to look sad and depressed. all men have friends, you know. I don't care if it's one friend. They have a friend, you know. But you don't, like the other, like, young lady said, you don't see him drinking no beer with no other man or nothing like that. It's just him and Netta. Your lunch is ready. Blah blah blah. He's nodding his head. He spit it out sometimes, and that's it.
So that's a good question that I can pivot off of. So has anybody ever seen Charles, go live out with his homeboys where Joe Diddy was nowhere around? Has anybody ever seen Charles go live doing his own thing with his friends and Joe wasn't around? No. Yeah. So nope. So and that to me, that's a very critical thing, because that's screaming insecurity. That's screaming. You see, when they go places and they go live, Charles got to be right there by him. Right there by him, standing there where you see one, you see two, like they conjoined twins at the hip. That's how Joe treats him. No, Charles can go out and be sociable and speak to people. It's Joe that is looking mad, and they watching and they trying to do this and they trying to do that. But in my opinion, I've never said this, but I must say it because I can have an opinion. In my opinion, it just seems like a contractual thing that Charles understands. It brings in money, and now he's already been humiliated and everybody knows, so he just might as well keep it going, because if it wasn't that, it would be nothing. It would be absolutely nothing. It would be nothing. And that's why I try to explain to radio Charles that he actually controls the pocketbook. I would make that man give me half of everything coming off of every social media, or I would stop participating. And if I have to go to a man's shelter to get on my feet, or a family member's house or a friend's house to start my life over, I would do it. There's no way I would let this man continuously sit down and humiliate me and belittle me and manipulate me. And I'm the one holding this whole thing together. If Charles goes to the left, there is no more Netta.
You know what? And you right, because if at the end of the day, Charles is actually the main character of this whole Netta situation, because remember, quote and unquote, Charles, your lunch is ready. So Charles, that they're calling him, but then he gotta also think about mental health is real, because you just got this man clinging to you. It's just you and him all the time. After a while, people snap, they can't take it no more. Mental health is real, but he's not thinking about that. He's thinking about, I'm an icon and I have money. I'm an icon and I have money. That's all he keeps saying, but he's not thinking about how does Charles feel? What is Charles going through? Let Charles talk shit. He's not thinking like that, but he better be careful and watch himself. And it's just that plain and simple. Mental health is real. It's brought all over the TV, and it's just, mental health is real. So he needs to stop that and holding that man in bondage like that. Let that man have some freedom. Let him have his name with the Charles, your lunch is ready, but let him have some man time too. Because after a while, enough is enough. And people can't take it, and people break.
Thank you, Miss Shawty. Now, let me say this. Somebody, I just looked down at the comments, and LR Cool J says, when is your court date? Question mark. What are you referring to, the court date with Joe Diddy and me, or are you referring to something else? What are you referring to specifically? Ma'am. while I'm waiting for you to reply, I'm gonna read a comment. Sexy 50 plus says that's how people act. That's not used to anything. Yeah, that's exactly. And I said that. If y'all notice when he first got that hot tub, it ain't even a hot, that blow up pool, he was bragging, talking about they just mad, they just jealous, they don't got one, they wish they could afford one. And that's what people do when they ain't gotten and they gotta show it off, they gotta brag because they ain't used to having nothing. The same thing when it came to that man when he was standing out there in that blow up hot tub and he was showing off that fake bathing suit. And why didn't he have that crap on when he was on that cruise? That's when you wear stuff like that. You didn't dare take your ass on that cruise wearing that foolishness on that cruise ship for everybody to see. You did it because it's just like a skit. It's a prop because you knew what you had underneath that suit. You ain't fooling nobody, Joe Diddy. And let me answer this lady's question. She says, you and Joe. Thank you for the gifts. Y'all tap the screen. So it's next week, and I'm not going to give the specific date because I don't want nobody to say that he was doxxed and he traveling and he wasn't safe because I told him the day he would be in this state. It's next week. Sometime next week. It's definitely next week. I'll say that. Why did he have those undergarments underneath? We know why. we know exactly why. We know exactly why he had that on. And did y'all notice he didn't turn around? And that, have y'all ever noticed Joe Diddy, when Joe Diddy got on a bathing suit, now you never catch him turning around like he doing when he in the kitchen cooking when he got on that pad underneath them stretch pants. Have y'all clocked that? Have y'all noticed that, Chrissy?
He don't ever turn around. He don't ever turn around. He do his dance battles in the camera, and he move to the side, and then he come back and sit down.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that's what, and this is what this man doesn't understand. How easy it is he can be clocked and read very easily. Very, very easily. He'll tell on himself. He'll tell on himself without even knowing he telling on himself. Anytime you get on TikTok and other social medias and you admit to purchasing fraudulent doctor's notes and doing it with your whole chest out, giving a full-blown confession to the authorities, Joe Diddy did it. That's who does it. Joe Diddy. He thinks he's invincible. He thinks that he can do whatever he can do and there's no consequences to his actions because he's got 800,000 supporters that he thinks can save him. This is, I'm just telling y'all the facts. Southeast, what's up, Miss Ma'am?
I am listening. I want to know, why does he think he has to be one up on people, better than, has that better than attitude? You know, I've lived in Section 8 housing. I've gotten a check. I've gotten food stamps. How do you know what we're getting? How do you know what people out your platform? How do you know? You know, it's like a stereotype, like, you know, oh, I know, you know, don't worry, I've been there. Well, some people have not been there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand his better than. Like, the bill was $50 today in the restaurant. He pulls out $20, put it to the cam like we've never seen money before. that's that's a snub. That's a dig to me. Like so what? So what?
And let me say this to y'all. So next week after, I will go live after the fact. And I got the paperwork. Joe's got it. I just saw a comment that came across saying, go and look at this. It ain't nowhere on the docket or this and that. Y'all, I'm not arguing with these insane. Joe Diddy got his paperwork. Go over there when Joe Diddy go live, because we know he go live every day. Ask him when his court date is. He can tell you. I'm not telling nobody his court date other than I said it's next week. And once it has happened, and I know he's safely incarcerated because he's going to be subject to arrest. And then if he bail out, he go back to Alabama, great. Then I will show my receipts. It'll have the court date. It'll have the case number. And then that fool that was in here talking and capping in all caps, saying it ain't nothing on the docket. You're just I'm not even gonna argue with you. That's why you out of here on a bus ticket. Because I know y'all, these haters is in here, and not just hate. It's only a few of them, and it's former people who I don't even give a damn about, that can't keep their mouth closed and love to come in here.
Not safely incarcerated.
Did you all see him in the camera hall last night?
Miss Hillary, he's going around saying now that he is known through United States. He's known internationally, especially in Africa.
No, he didn't. No, Miss Shawnee, he did not say. He didn't say internationally. He said nationwide.
Okay, I'm sorry, wrong word. Nationwide. But I have a parent. She's from Lagos, Nigeria, and I have one of her children. And she's one of my parents. And I asked her, I said, Khadija, have you ever heard of Annetta and the Charles? She said, Netta and the Charles. And she said, no, we don't never had Annetta and the Charles. Girl, I almost fell on the floor, hit my head on the deep freeze and everything. Girl, I laughed so damn hard because she's like, who's Annetta and the Charles? I said, I don't know, but they said that they was popular in Lagos, Nigeria, and Africa, and yada yada yada. And I'm just like, you know what? Some people just like to bump their gum just for the hell of it. That's all I can think of. People just like to waste their time. I've been here 60 years on this earth, and honey, I know the foolery from the fuckery. Excuse my expression, but it is what it is. That's where she's international.
I gotta drop you because of that word.
I'm sorry.
You gotta go out and come back.
All right. Yeah. Good night, ladies. I'm sorry.
They'll get you.
They'll
get you. They'll go to report you left and right for using that word. That you gotta get you down. TikTok, we go by community guidelines in here, but go ahead, Shawnee. Was you gonna say something?
Miss Hillary, did you see him in the camisole? A post came out last night of him in a camisole laying across the bed. If you don't have it, I'll send it to you. And he was saying something about, go tell something about go tell, people can tell lies and all of this, but we're good. But he was laying in bed with a camisole with breast. Okay?
Wait.
That was last week after
was it last week?
Go live.
Oh, you're fine, Miss Shawnee. You're fine. It's just the people who don't like, they would report you, and I don't want anything to happen to your live access. So you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're welcome up in any other panels. You're fine. Go ahead, Chrissy. I wanted to hear what you said. I'm sorry.
That week after Safari went live with everybody, that's when he posted that video squeezing his man boobs together like he had some breasts.
Are y'all talking about what was he laying at the bed?
Yes, I just came across that post. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Ugh.
He woke people. I'm telling y'all, This man really thinks he is a woman. He, like, there is no character cut. Like, cut, scene, cut. He really thinks that he is a woman.
But hate women. I don't believe he like women.
But that's why he hates women, because he wants to be one so bad. And that's okay. If I was him, I probably would want to be a woman too. But here's the problem. Instead of hating us, why don't you get around real women outside of Alabama to see the poise that we possess, the class that we have, the education level that we have. You're talking about you want to be, if you wouldn't want to be, see, this is what gets me with black women who support him. You told these people that you would not want to be a black woman, that you'd rather be a white woman. Do you know what we have had to do in America to be looked at as people? We have my great grandmother breastfed the white women's children that she kept. There is no other woman that I would rather be than a black proud woman.
Yeah. The opposition. Go ahead and unmute
Yes, ma'am.
and welcome in.
Hey, Miss Hillary, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little sick, but I seen your post, and that's his brother used to be married to my auntie, Joe. Yes. Joe was accused of doing some real bad stuff like about 12 years ago to this boy. He never got charged with it or anything like that, but everybody in our town, everybody knows about him. And not only that, Joe is not well. Like, when I say that, I don't want to say it on your platform like that, but he is not well, like, health-wise.
Well, I have to say this disclaimer, and it's all allegedly, because I don't know that, but and you may know it as factual, but I have to be very careful what I say, how I say it, and what is said when I'm hosting a platform. So I have to be very, we have to caution our words very carefully. It could be allegedly. Because I don't know. I don't want to be a part. I did hear some things where people have said things about his health. I don't know if it's true or not. And I don't want to really get into stuff like that. I do. If you want to add to the conversation about some other things, that's fine, but I don't want to get into anything medically, potentially, because it doesn't matter to me. Because I'm not going to make fun of people who's sick or ailments or things like that. Just so you know, you didn't do anything wrong or anything. I do appreciate you for coming up here, and I appreciate you saying what you're saying, but for me, I have to say I don't know that it's factual. It's allegedly, and I don't know, and nor do I care. And I would have never even mentioned it, but you did, and I don't know what people come up on the platform to say, but I do appreciate you coming up and saying what you wanted to say. Clearly, there's a lot more to it than what we know. But yeah, I'll leave it. I'll kind of leave it there. But y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screen. I just want to be very careful, about, certain things. I don't want to get into that. But let me get to the comment. The lady said, my mom used to say, what you do in the dark will come to the light. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. That happens. And then I'll tell you guys another thing. As the host of the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, I'm responsible what's said on my show. So if I don't agree, I'm just not going to let people come up and say anything on my show, because I'm responsible for what goes out on my airwaves when I'm hosting a live. Now, I don't know what's true or not true, and I don't give a damn. But what I will tell y'all is that I'm going to have very clear intentions on what I do on my platform. Whatever other people do and they say and they want to say those things or do them things, I'm not judging people. Oh, no, 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 no. Nobody. I'm not even mad or angry at anybody. I'm just laying things out so that people know in the future. You're welcome to come up. You're welcome to express yourself, but be mindful of certain things that you say, especially when it comes to certain things like that. When you make allegations or you allege certain things. Now, I will tell y'all something that I've learned, and I'm not saying this happened with the particular person that was in here, because I didn't block them. I just dropped them because there was really nothing more to say. But I will say this, that I know that there are people who will get up in people's boxes and say stuff they could not stand you and like you, and will get up and say things to try to set you up for legal issues, and you don't even know it. I have legal cases pending. I would never allow anything to jeopardize my cases pending against him. And I want to be very, very clear. I will shut you down in a heartbeat, and I will and I'll put it out there. And nothing else needs to be said other than that. I see. Yes, it's called sabotage. Yes. And it happens. Go ahead, Chrissy.
I just want to give you your flowers in this moment, because that's admirable. You know, a lot of people, you know, we may dislike Joe and things that he does and says, but I think there has to be a level of integrity with everything that happens. And this isn't a dig at anyone else. This is just, you know, you pulling the reins back in on your platform and saying, you know what, I'd rather not go there. There's a lot of other things that we see Joe do. So let's say that. And that takes a lot of integrity to do that, because some people would be so upset with him and so angry with him that they would just want to hear anything that people have to say bad about him. But that is admirable that you would say, you know what, let's just not say that right now, because it really doesn't matter. Let's focus on the things that we see with our own eyes that Joe is doing. And I think if we keep it to where we only focus on what we see, all of this other stuff that's being said and floating around, it won't take away from the facts that we see. Because what happened is, when we say things that we have no proof or evidence of, then people start to discredit us and start to say, oh, well, you guys are this and y'all bullying him and y'all doing this and y'all doing that. But no, if we focus on what we see, we have evidence of what we see. There are screen recordings, there are screenshots, multiple people, thousands, millions of people are seeing the same thing we're seeing. But if I live in a hometown with him, nobody can see what I see. So I do want to give you your flowers and your kudos and saying, because it takes big guts to say, no, let's stop and do the right thing.
And thank you very much. I accept my flowers. And that is called growth. You have to know that you can voice, and you took the words right out of my mouth. I can express all types of views and things that Joe Diddy has done on this app and how I feel. But I also can do it in a tasteful manner that doesn't impede my integrity or of going below the belt. I don't invest in anybody's medical condition, whether it was true or not. I will
like that.
I will never ever engage in that because that's just not how I'm cut. It's just not how I'm cut, and I'm not going to allow it. It's not going to happen on my platform. It's not going to happen on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. And I don't condone anybody who handles their shows how they do them. I'm just not going to participate in it on my show, neither one of my platforms. But thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate the compliment. I really do.
Miss Hillary, I like to piggyback on what Chrissy said. I like that about you. You know, I don't want to talk about, I don't believe in making fun of people's sickness. It shows that you have a line you will not cross. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really do. Because some people don't have any lines, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you don't have to go low. And this is what I will tell y'all in my viewing audience. See, Miss Hillary Sanchez understands the assignment. And I think a lot of people have moved the goalposts when it comes to Miss Hillary Sanchez and why I came back to this app. I came back to this app because I was getting told about this Netta person. I start watching. I'm listening to this man degrade Black women, calling them all types of names out their names, making fun of their kids, saying they don't know who their baby daddies is. They stealing off of McDonald's Wi-Fi. They selling him he got on here saying that there was Black women in his state selling him they food stamps, and they were sleeping on couch to couch. And on the 17th of the month, he's saying, I know you ain't got no damn food because y'all done sold me all your damn stamps and this and that. This is what this man was doing. But nobody seemed to be addressing this man. Nobody. And Chrissy, am I wrong?
He said it. I specifically remember him saying it. You're right.
So when I made the decision to come back on this app and to show him what Hurricane Hillary could do, I set out, and I know 1,000,000% that I have accomplished what I needed to accomplish as far as him humbling him and stopping him from calling women out their name. You couldn't pay him to call a Black woman a B now. You couldn't pay him to downgrade Black women again. You couldn't pay him to. Now he want to act like this little house on the prairie person holier than thou. And this is what he does when he backed in the corner. That's how he tries to cope to get people off of him. When he feels that heat coming up the backside of him, you can't take away nothing from me that's meant. I don't care what's meant for you. I don't give a damn if you sold 1,000,000 jars of them rocks and pebbles and sand, whatever you call that, cat litter, whatever people call it. In my opinion, I don't care what you sell. What I care about is you talking and degrading Black women and their children, wishing Black children have death upon them and the mamas to have stillborns when you don't even know the damn feeling of how it feels to have a stillborn, let alone a damn baby. And the conviction it takes to be a mom or to be a mother. But you had all this stuff you wanted to say about women. It makes no sense to me. And that is why Hurricane Hillary came down, touching and spinning and doing all this damage that needed to be done to humble this man. And he still ain't learned his lesson until he go to these courtrooms. And when he in these 2 court cases and he get done with them, maybe he'll learn to stop listening to folks that he don't know on this internet, listening to what they saying and taking it and running and putting it on his show. without verifying what you saying and having the receipts and evidence.
And that's the main thing that I think he's forgetting. It doesn't matter where you live, what you got going on. If you get on this internet, mind your business, do what the internet is paying you to do, and get offline. None of this will happen. You know, I think a lot of the Big Joe train started when we started seeing him cook, and his cooking skills were diabolical. Everybody was so shocked. Have y'all seen that white lady on social media who does spoofs with her cooking? Like, she'll cook some hamburger meat and leave the grease in there and add water, and she's her son is filming her. But anyways, it's like a spoof. I think a lot of people thought it was a joke. They thought him cooking the way that he was cooking was yes, Jesse's mom. I think people thought it was a joke. They could not believe that he was putting sugar in everything. They could not we could not believe that he was doing all of these crazy things in the kitchen, and then actually calling this young man to come and eat.
But now, Chrissy, I'm trying to remember this. Now, at first, he wasn't showing his cooking skills. He would just show the plate done, right? He wasn't showing y'all from start to finish about cooking. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. But I think that's where all of the, I don't want to call it hate, but I think that's where all of the discord came from when we started seeing him cook. And we were like, what? This can't be real. And he couldn't take the comments. So he started attacking. And people said, no, it was black women attacking first. I don't see it that way. This is just my perspective. I didn't see it that way. Everybody has an opinion. And if I see you putting sugar in macaroni and cheese, you bet your bottom dollar. I got two options. I can click off the live, or I can engage and say, hey, Big Joe, what you doing putting sugar in macaroni and cheese? Now, how you go ahead.
And you got the nerve to call it soul food. I literally, I'm like, please, worldwide people, don't believe that this is how true Southern or even black people make homemade macaroni and cheese like he do. I have never in my life put onion powder, garlic powder, all-purpose seasoning, and all that other stuff in baked macaroni and cheese. It doesn't call for it. I'm sorry.
He got the whole thing of flour.
Yes, uncooked flour.
Oh,
I know.
my God.
Uncooked flour. Uncooked flour. It was just insane. Now I gotta tell y'all, we done went past my time. I got another show to do, the late night edition. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all need to tune in, because see, I have to eat, and not eat real, but eat. You know, eat mean reading and eating, and you know TikTok is sensitive. Certain things is sensitive on TikTok after an amount of time. But I'm going to take about 10 minutes, 12 minutes to do what I need to do. And then I'm going to go live on my other page. Y'all welcome to come on the page. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. Thank y'all for the 43K taps. Chrissy, Mia, Mia already know this, but Chrissy, you know, you are welcome on any platform of mine. I love the engagement. Southeast, this was the first time you were on my panel. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes.
I need to send you an inbox too about something.
Okay, go right ahead. Do it. I'm following you, right?
I don't believe so, but I'll send it to
I
this
did.
page.
I just followed you on this page.
Okay.
So do that. I'll take a look at it while I'm taking a 12-minute break.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mia, are you back? Are you? She may have stepped away. Are you there, Miss Mia? Yes, she stepped away. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for tapping. If you want to come over, y'all come over to the Miss Hillary Sanchez show on my other page, Queen of Queens, or the Hillary Sanchez show. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the taps. Thank you, Miss Shoney. Thank you to all my guests that came up on the panel. Great discussion, great interaction. We had very minimal distractions. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I will see y'all on the other show in 11 minutes.